And I feel bad for the people who, don't learn that drug.
Yeah.
Because, they just get used to talking, and that's a small dopamine drug when they see that reaction immediately.
That's the issue, is like, when we're talking and you get excited about something, like you might get this visual image, and when you talk about it, like, man, say you work a office job and you're like, man, I'm going to own my own business one day, all this good stuff. And then like you start visualizing it and you get these little hits, right? Mm-hmm. So it feels good to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the issue, is it feels good to talk about it.
So true.
Now you're at work.
It hasn't happened yet.
You get a day off. You're like, yeah, but I've been working for 5 days. I need at least a Saturday off. Oh, come on tonight. You're like, I'll go out tonight. I deserve this. It's like, no, motherfucker. Like when the lights cut off is when the work is most important. When you're not feeling like it, like the whole people like, man, what motivates you? And I tell people, like, I get so fucking tired of hearing that question, because like, it don't have nothing to do with motivation. You know how many times I trained this week already? Twice a day, every day. And I knew I was coming here, and I didn't know what the plane ride, all this other stuff would be. So yesterday I decided to train 3 times. No, the Wednesday I decided to do 3 sessions. And I was like, because I don't know if I'll get that workout in Friday, and I'm only here for 2 days. And I'm just like, all the shit people see online, I'm like, yo, there's literally times 10 going on behind doors. I didn't know me and Cole and Lathan meet up every Wednesday to do wall work Wednesdays.
Yeah.
We do this, and on Tuesdays we do this. And then after that is, I'm like, there's so much shit going on behind doors. You think I feel like doing that all the fucking time? No. But it's about what you do when the feeling leaves. And I just told, so I teach martial arts as well. And I told my class, I was like, man, y'all's energy today was like really shit, right? I keep it real with them. I was like, it was really shitty. And I was like, if you woke up today and you had a good day, tomorrow you want to do what? You want to have a better day. Cool. You woke up today and you had a bad day. Tomorrow you want to do what? Have a better day. So it doesn't matter how you fucking feel. Progress is always the goal, because you want to turn good to great. You want to turn bad to good. You always want to be moving in some direction. So that feeling that you feel excited when you're talking about owning your own business or providing for your family, or how you're going to make a change, or how you're going to do this. Yeah, that dopamine hit is right there. But then when it goes away, you're like, I don't feel good. Bitch, I didn't feel good when I trained 90% of my training sessions this week.
You articulated a thought that I feel like is now able to define a statement way better than I could have thought of if we weren't talking about this. Cause like you just said, how do you answer? It's the citrus clarity. It's, you said, I hate the question when people ask, what motivates you? I'm really the worst rambler. I will go on these long tangents and I'll get messed. I'm like, where the heck am I? So I've had to learn, how do I have these more straightforward answers? And when we were just talking just now, I was just like, how cool would it be if people say, what motivates you? Is be like, being able for you all to realize how much is being planned in here. Yeah. And it's like, cause that's what it is. The drug is like, I'm not telling you what I'm doing right now because it would feel good. You guys would be like, holy crap, you're doing a lot, but I'm not going to enjoy that yet.
Yeah.
And so what motivates me is being able to enjoy it with you guys, because that shiz is close.
Yes.
And you guys, so thank you. You just gave me a better answer for the next time somebody asks me that, because there's so many things going on that are like, dude, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. But you're kind of pre-enjoying that drug that could be so much more enjoyed and fulfilling. Yeah. Because it's already happening. You're like, so I'm not going to tell you about it yet. So thank you. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Let's save that soundbite. How did we say that? It was, if people ask you what motivates you, being able for you to see all the shit that's about to happen.
Yeah. That's
powerful.
I love that. Like, just a shift of thinking really changes so much. It's like, I love that feeling. How you love that feeling. You're like, man, once I deliver this, it's going to be like, boom. And for me, I love that feeling. After, I can't even tell you how many times, like after a victory, I'll watch if I can get any shot of my corner when they go off. I'm like, I get this massive, like accomplishment of like just this feeling, this huge rush. And I'm like, there's something about when you say you're going to do something and you tell people you're going to do something, or maybe you don't tell them, but you've worked every single day knowing that this is what you want to do, and then you do it. Like that builds up confidence. The lack of confidence comes from lack of repetition and fear. What's 2 + 2?
4.
2 + 2?
4.
Are you sure? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll never.
I'm like, oh shit.
No, but it's like you've done it so many times. No matter how many different ways I ask you or question you, you'll start saying, okay, something's wrong with this guy. Do you believe 2 + 2?
I know.
It's like you're confident because since you were in grade school till now, 2 + 2 is always equal.
High school dropout here though, so I had to double check.
I dropped out of college, so like, but it's just like that'll always equal 4. It's like confidence, repetition. Like you don't even have to think of how to work it out. And that gives you confidence to say, okay, well, yeah, boom. Without even working out the answer, you just have it in your head. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, this equals that. This equals that. So it's like the more you do something, the more confident you get at doing it. So like you start to build up this these circuits in your head. Hey, I'm going to do this. And then when you do that, boom, you get a little notch of confidence. I'm like, hey, I'm going to work out 4 times this week. And then you work out 4 times this week and you feel good at the end of the week. Even if your body feels like shit, mentally, like, you know what? I said I was going to do this. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. You lose 10 pounds, you feel great because not just, that's why I say, don't say, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. Shut up. How much weight you going to lose, right? Get specific about what you want. And a lot of my confidence comes from I have this like big old bin. And every now and then when I'm not feeling too good or feeling too confident, I could look through that bin and say, man, I said I was going to open a business. I did that. Me and my mom opened the first business. I did that. I said I was going to leave my job and start being self-sustained. I did that. I said I was going to start doing this. I did that. I wanted to be on my way to a black belt, brown belt. I did that. I did. And I'm like, all this shit that before I didn't think I could do, the recipe to get it was just to keep working. Did I fail? A lot along the way. But the issue with failure is people think failure is to the left and success is to the right. Failure is on your way to success.
I love it.
And I just like, I always take everything back to fitness because everybody wants to be in better shape. Everybody wants to lose weight. Everybody wants to fit into something. I'm like, look, if muscle failure and hurting is the way to growth, why do you think your life is going to be any different? Why are you looking for the path of least resistance? That's going to give you the least amount of gains. And that's kind of like how I deal with my life. And sometimes I put myself in a deeper hole than necessary because
I give myself that much resistance. Woo.
I talked with Cole about that because like I said, there's nothing that I have done in the fight game or will do that he hasn't seen or done before. And he was like, yeah, you're making this mistake of pausing when you do X, Y, Z. And he's like, you're fighting down to the level of your opponents, man. And he says, I know. Because I've done it.
Yeah.
He says, because something inside you feels like you got to go to war sometimes. You got to do this. He's like, no. Make it look easy. Like, show them y'all not even on the same level. And he's like, you don't have to fight down to your opponents. And then I realized that it was something I was doing in training as an instructor. Because as an instructor, you want them to do good. So it's like, well, why aren't you fucking moving your head? You're letting them hit you. I'm trying to give them an easy target because they don't know. He said, no, fucking do you and make them get good. Eventually, the learning curve has to come.